Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. Okay. If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and welcome my host, JayBirds. Dun, 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 okay, and all that goodness. First things first, do not forget to also like this video, to share this video, to comment in the comment section. Okay, to follow me on IG and or Twitter at J_Lees_Corner. And let's just get started here. Okay, so this is episode 5, okay, of season 2, and I'm almost frustrated and bored, with the people right now, because the men are getting on my damn nerves with this whole thing of them not really wanting to choose who they want to be with. And that's mainly for like London and Mario, even Brent. They kind of get on my nerves, but let's get started with what we have. So we see it's down to 12 people, 6 men and 6 girls. We know it's supposed to be down to a total of 6, which is 3 men and 3 women who are supposed to be couples. So the ladies meet with Tommy this week. They have the power, but girl, I still feel like in all actuality the men have the power because they have to pick kind of who they want to be with or whatever, and the women is like left to figure out if someone would pick them. But I guess so. So this week they have to eliminate 1 man. So what? More dates. Okay. We first see Devon and London go out on a date. And I do feel like Devon and London like each other. Okay. I do think that, you know what I'm saying? She say, he's bae. Okay, that's bae. And he says that they have chemistry, but he wants to see where it's going. And I'm like, hopefully to the couple of them of it all. So it was also London's birthday. Oh, I forgot. Sorry. So I'm like, well, okay. Anyway, when she has chocolate covered strawberries, they eat on them together. You know what I'm saying? They're very succulent and all that things and whatnot. And then, they're chatting or whatever. And Divine brings up, that have you been dating anybody else? Kind of one-on-one. He said, well, yeah, I went out, on a one-on-one date with Alexis. He's like, well, yeah, I heard that you like her. Do you like her or whatever? I'm saying, like, what's going on with y'all too? Well, the date was cool. I'm saying she cool or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So she then asked, well, if you had to choose, like, you know what I'm saying, who would be your number 1 lady? Who would it be? Now he getting all hot and bothered all. So I don't know. I didn't come plan to answer that question today. And I feel like the men, again, are dragging their feet and really not making any solid decisions, because why? They can pick more than 1 woman, so they don't have to choose, where the women are really at the will of the men. And I'm like, girl. Anyway, he do say eventually, I would choose you. I think you're my day one or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then she said, oh, okay. Fine. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. She then said, okay, well, you need to break up with Alexis. Okay, if I'm your day one, your number 1, you need to leave her alone or whatever, because I'm your girl. And that's what it should be or whatever. And you're like, oh, that was a turn off. You know what I'm saying? Her wanting me to commit so soon. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that we should be talking about right now. I'm like, if not now, then when? It's the weirdest thing that the guys feel like they don't have to make a choice right now. They can keep just waiting to see. For me, I feel like y'all have been messing with people enough to feel like you should like one or the other. You really should not be like, I want to keep figuring things out. That's not fair to the females, because while you're trying to figure things out, well, it's unfair for Divine, because Divine is not really feeling anyone else per se. You know what I'm saying? So her only fish in this sea is London, where London is, you know what I'm saying, looking at Alexis. But Alexis is also wanted by other men. I don't understand why London is like, Divine seems to be a perfect nice girl, a woman, or whatever. So why would you want to pick between her and someone else who everyone else wants? That is stupid to me. And if I was Divine, I would leave. You're willing to keep choosing between me and someone else who don't even want to solely focus on you, and who is still entertaining, other men. I'm only entertaining you. And I think it just kind of pissed me. That's a turn off. You a turn off when he not, because he's sexy. I get why Divine likes him. I told y'all the last episode we was in that kitchen with a shirt. I was like, oh, nah, see it or whatever. So I'm like, we know. But anyway, I feel like, again, the men are playing with the women because the men has more of a choice over who they want because not all the ladies like all the men. The ladies they like London and Mario. Ashima likes Darren, and that's really it. Like, nope, everybody else like the whole it's in between stuff. But I digress. Anyway, again, stop putting down Divine for Alexis because again, Alexis has a choice. You are one of 5 choices from Alexis. Men are stupid. They're just stupid. Okay, but we do see Divine come back downstairs, and we see that she actually did not forget it was his birthday. She had him a whole balloon or whatever. He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get some cemento." Bullshit. He gets on my nerve or whatever. But London, you need to. I'm torn over who I should pick. Well, then you stupid. Alexis says that she usually dates just one man. She usually puts all her offers to one man, and that's when you see messes her up. So since she knows that the guys like her, multiple guys like her, she's gonna sit around and figure out who she wants to be with or whatever. So she has a one-on-one date with Jimmy. I'm looking like, Lord, Jimmy's starting to look more and more like a scrub. Not like he in the past had somebody else's ride, but just he ain't ready to love, okay? Right here, he looked like, you know what I'm saying, Jimmy crack corn, I don't care, but I digress. So Jimmy brings up, since Kimber flipped on him, all that's left is Alexis to see if he can, have any feelings for her. I'm looking like, Jimmy is the same as Nina, and also the same as, not Nina, was not Aisha. Who was the girl name? The girl was like, I think like a lawyer or something, where she's like, I like who like me. He liked Kimber because Kimber liked him. He liked Alexis because he thought he liked Alexis, but he's not trying to figure anything else out. I'm like, you want to give a Reva? No? Okay. So he brings up to Alexis, what the first day I saw you, I felt like, you know what I'm saying, we could be together. Now remember, he gave her that heart on day one. But I felt like he did that because she was a cute one to him. And you know what I'm saying? He thought he was like, I don't know what he thought or whatever. So they get to talking or whatever. And then, they speak about how he has one child. And he said, well, how many kids do you want? And she says, well, I want 3. Okay, I want 3. Like, 3 kids? Wow, you want that many? She's like, well, yeah, I don't think that's that many. He then says, like, well, if you have 3 kids, like, how would we be able to travel? And she said, well, you can travel with kids. And you can, you know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, but like if we're in Paris or in Spain or here or there, she's like, you can bring kids there too, just to get a nanny. He then said, we're going to pay for all that. His thing is, hopefully we can afford to have 3 kids and go on all these trips and have a nanny. And she said, well, you got to have your savings right. I said, well, girl, that is very, very true, whatever. And so, he said he feel like, you know what I'm saying, because he like, I don't want 3 kids. That was his way of saying he don't want 3 kids, but she kind of wasn't backing down. And I mean, like, if she wants 3 kids, she wants 3 kids, and she's right. If we want 3 kids, we have to have the money to do that. You know what I'm saying? Now, he then asked if she feel like he's thirsty. And she says, well, no, why? Well, I feel like, when guys call too much or when they contact you too much, women think that's thirsty. She's like, well, I don't think that's thirsty. I think I want more men to call and talk. I want more than just a text here or there, whatever. I will prefer conversation. And then he like, oh, well, I didn't know that or whatever. And he then says how, what did he say? He feels like she wants things her way or the highway. And I'm like, what? Jimmy, girl. Jimmy ain't it. Jimmy ain't it, but I also feel like Alexis ain't it either. I told her it's something inauthentic about her, and I don't know what it is. I feel like it could be because she had the pick of the litter. She's not yet being her real self. It's like she has a mask on. A Braxton mask or something. I don't know. It's just weird or whatever. But I do like how she said that, she prefers men who likes to do things more than just text because it shows that they have interest in you. And I'm like, that's very, very true. Even though I hate being on the phone, I really do. I don't mind text in the beginning as long as it is actual conversation and not some abbreviated conversation. I don't want no abbreviated conversations or whatever. And if we do talk on the phone, I want it to be about something. Like, don't call me and just hold the phone and ain't got nothing to say. Like, call me for conversation. Point blank, period. Okay, so I feel like them two ain't work out. You know what I'm saying? And he then say, you know what I'm saying? Because he feel like Alexis feel like it's her way or the highway, he has to get Kimber to take him back. I say this Negro here. Jimmy ain't it. Jimmy ain't it. Jimmy crack corn and he don't care and we don't want him around no more. He should go home point blank. Period. We then see Reva and Mario. They go on a whole little date or whatever. And he's torn, but this wig and weave was way better. Okay. She got a life. Got her life. Anyway, Mario brings up how he's torn between Reva and Tandy. And I'm like, oh, now they do like each other. These two, they do like each other or whatever. But he brings up how even he's mentioned it to his family that he likes Reva. I feel like he probably mentioned more about Tandy than Reva, but I digress. Okay, so he says how Tandy kind of gives him her all, whereas you, Reva, you are holding back, and that's my tornness between the two of y'all. It's like you not really showing me who you're, something about you that I'm not getting or whatever. And she's like, that I can see I can see how you think that. Okay, I am very much so standoffish or whatever. I get that. You know what I'm saying? She says, but also I'm not into anyone else. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference between me and Tandy too. He brings up how I just need you to focus more on me. I feel like you have one foot in and one foot out or whatever, and I need you to put both feet in on me. Why do she need to put both feet in on you when you have one foot on her and one foot on Tandy? Again, these men are in control because at least Mario and London, who both like two girls and who both want the two women to focus solely on them, when the men not focusing solely on one woman. That's the part that's, I'm like, girl, it's just kind of crazy. And it's messed up to me how they said, oh, well, this season, it won't be an uneven playing field or whatever. But it still is. It's still one man to every two women. Sort of, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Even Ashima was going through that with Darren, but they sent Nina home. Okay? Anyway, I'm like, girl, what is with this? So she do bring up her last relationship. The guy proposed, whatever, but it didn't work out. But she felt like it's potential between her and Mario. I said, girl, if you say so, whatever. But she said, I'm cautious because you're still doing the thing. Meaning you still looking at Tandy. How or why should I give you my all and you're not giving me your all? You haven't made a choice. But the men want the women to choose them, while the men are still choosing between them and someone else. The only one so far who has one person who's kind of chosen them is Ashima and Darren. We don't see them too often, which to me makes me feel like Ashima and Darren won't be part of the final three. Only because if we're going to show people in authentic dates or whatever, why haven't we seen the two people who seem to just be dating each other? But I digress. Okay. I don't think I have any more pictures. I don't. The rest was just random stuff, and y'all know who the people is by the day. I'm not gonna call them. So we do see Kimber and Carey, old man Carey, have what I thought was a date, but I'm like, that ain't no damn date. That was a friendly meeting. Okay. So she says, since her and Jimmy not together anymore. Excuse me, I had to burp. I'm not it. But since her and Jimmy are not together anymore, how she needs to get to know the guys. I'm like, so you go get to know Carey? Okay. So Carey comes over for margaritas and chips and salsa. Okay. But he get there, he like, you ain't got no meat for the chips. And when she said no, I said, girl, that you was childish. You don't invite no man to your house. Not no older man. Not old man Carey. Okay. And figure he gonna eat this chips and salsa. Some men want some meat. Okay, they be starving. Okay, you have to feed men. Okay, I'm just saying or whatever. I'm just saying this is the margaritas and chips and salsa. That's childish, in my opinion. But I digress. Okay. Anyway, and they start talking. But they talk about Kimber and Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? How he was acting whatever, and how he kind of took information from a private conversation and then spoke about it in a public setting or whatever. And I'm like, girl, you invited Carey over here to gossip. Carey reminds me of the older person at your job who you talk to for advice. Weirdly, I'm the old person there at my job because everybody I work with is in their 20s. I'm 37. So, you know what I'm saying? He's the older man of wisdom. And so I feel like y'all not talking, oh no, you know what I'm saying, let's kick it. It's a thing of, you know what I'm saying, we cool or whatnot, and let me, bump off your ear what's going on between me and Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? And you can give your information on how you feel too. So y'all just no. He brings up how, you know what I'm saying, when they talk, they do have a great conversation because y'all co-workers. But he bring up how, I'm not no player off the bench or whatever. I'm a franchise player. Meaning, don't try to, pull me up and call me over because your first round draft pick ain't round here no more. Okay, that ain't what I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't use me as a backup. And I'm looking like, I don't think she even likes you like that. I don't. I think Kimber liked Jimmy. And I feel like Kimber will be the next one to go home. Okay, just saying. The only way Kimber will not go home is if for some reason, like Darren likes her. I doubt that happens, but I'm saying I don't see Kimber meshing with anyone. She may do gray hair Brent, but gray hair Brent is still, I don't know either. Anyway, but Kimber brings up how, she likes Carey, whatever. He's cool, but he's also too mature. He's just not loose enough. I said, well, if you say so. Now, we didn't see gray hair Brent go out with Alexis, and I feel like them going out was a waste of time. Mainly because, he said he around her, whatever. No. She brought up how he never kind of was like on her. He said, yeah, because there was always 8 other people around, so I let them do them whatever. I'm not going to be around here, you know what I'm saying, a part of the pack. I'm going to let them do them, and I'll step in when I need to. Now, see, I agree with that. Again, she has all the guys chasing her, and he wasn't. And she noticed that because she noticed when someone isn't paying her attention or whatnot. I guess so. So, he brings up also how he doesn't fall in love so quickly. You know what I'm saying? How he kind of is just not standoffish, but again, he's not going to be one to like, oh my God, it's day 5, and I like her so much. I'm so into her. And I think if that's the case, this ain't the show for you. Okay? This is an experiment. Okay? You have to grow feelings for people quickly to want to date them to make it be something else. And if you can't even pick someone that you like, what you here for? Okay? I don't like being rushed. I don't like being rushed. And then she's like, I feel like, okay, he not ready. And so they leave. Again, it was a waste of a date. But I guess it was what it was. Now, when we see a double date between Ashima and Darren and Carey and Alexis, I say, oh, Alexis is really dating everyone, okay? But I digress. So Alexis brings up how, she likes how Carey pays her attention, okay? And how he listens, you know what I'm saying? So he's worth exploring because, again, she mentioned to him how she had not been bowling in years, and then they had this group date of them going bowling. So, again, he listens to me. I like that. He shows me attention. I like that. Alexis wants a man who's going to give her all the attention she wants. And that's not a bad thing. But I feel like, girl, she also done it from penis to penis. They're trying to figure out which one is the best fit. Because they all want her. Okay. Darren brings up how he sees Alexis, how she flirts with the other guys, whatever, and how she's always entertaining the other guys. But hopefully, that she really likes Carey. He also brings up as far as the Mishima, they're great. They have good conversations or whatever. And when the others, that was a good time, and there's a mutual connection between the two. And that was really it. But again, I'm questioning why do we never see much interaction between Ashima and Darren? They keep saying it's this connection, but girl, I digress. We then see Kimber and Jimmy have their date that he's asked her out on. He says how before she had been ignoring him, not returning phone call, but she accepted his invitation to go out tonight. Okay, and so it's weird because she wants him to apologize, and he says he wants to say sorry or whatever. But she's like, I need to know what his intention was. Why was he trying to push your buttons or whatever? You know what I'm saying? And then he's like, I'm sorry. You don't think you forgive me? And she said, well, God forgives and I don't. And I feel like if you are sincerely trying to build a relationship, if you are sincerely trying to find love. You can't tell someone that you're not able to forgive, because if you can't forgive, how can you ever be in a relationship? Part The person you with is going to piss you off from time to time. Okay, they're going to do stuff that you're going to eventually have to forgive. You may not forget what they did, but to say I don't forgive, then you're not ready for love, my dear. Okay. Anyway, Jimmy is. I'm sorry. He on his knees. I'm like, boy, get up. What are you doing? He was proposing, whatever. Jimmy, get up. What is wrong with you? I'm like, oh my god. I don't. I feel like Jimmy's a fuckboy, but I also feel like Kimber overreacted where there was no need to do that unless she's dealing with old dude in prison or whatever. And now she tell him how I'm a grown woman. I'm not a little girl, okay? I am a grown woman. Okay, I guess it is what it is. Now again, she's like, you don't talk about private things in public. This is the issue I have with that. Because he's like, you're really, really loud. You're just kind of crazy, whatever. I would not want to be a client of yours because you know how you act. And I'm like, why would you insult that girl with her, what she does for work? That's just dumb. That was dumb. And again, that's why I say I think Jimmy is a fuckboy. However, because he kind of in his own way excused her from the table because like I don't want to argue and she want to argue, so for that reason I don't like her no more. I'm done or whatever. So she leave or whatever, and he like she tripping or whatever, and I don't like it. I'm like, all right, there are other fish in the sea. Not on this show. You had what, 2 fish? Anyway, this is my thing because she leave and they don't forgive each other. Kimber, in my opinion, overreacted to a simple question about her and her ex. And I still feel like, if nothing is up between you and that man, you should not have been so offended. You acting like you told that man something off camera that he brought up on camera. You told him yourself on the last episode. Was the last episode? Yeah, whatever episode it was. That you had an ex who was in jail. You told him that on camera. You also told the producers about it. So it's not as if he brought up anything that had not already been brought up on the show. The producers brought that up. They showed her interview on like the premiere episode when they showed all the couples. She talked about it then, about what he did or whatever, how he was, faking fugazi and whatnot or whatever. So again, you brought up this man being locked up on your own before you even told Jimmy. You then told Jimmy on the show, on a date, with cameras rolling. My opinion is you didn't tell him in private. You told him in front of the cameras. It's public. Okay, so my thing is, him asking you about it on the show isn't a big deal unless you still messing with that man, okay? Now, at the same time now, Jimmy is a fuckboy. Period. Mario and Tiny have a date. I mean, they like each other. Points blank, period. She likes him. He likes her. He brings up how she's very much so locked in with him, meaning when they're together, she focuses on him. She gives him attention, and for that's why he likes her so much or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he tells her, you may be the one for me. And I'm like, yeah, either you or either her or Reva. He's still choosing. And again, I don't like how these men is having these choices, but I don't care. But she's happy that he's saying, she could be the one for her. Girl. And now they kissing over pasta. Kissing. But they kissed the first time on that date on episode 2. Okay? When it was on that little bicycle thing when she was arguing with Nina. So this is at least the second time, maybe even third, that we've seen them kiss. So they've been kissing. Okay, they kissing friends. I don't think he be kissing Reva at all. But again, Mario and Tiny, they do like each other. I do think they will be one of the 3 couples. I do. Now, I don't think it's going to last outside the house. I just don't. Something about Mario I don't trust. It's something in the back of my throat that makes me feel like he's going to make somebody choke on. I'm just saying. Anyway, be something about him I don't know about. I don't know. He just seems real sneaky, like undercover sneaky, and I don't know what it is. I don't want to put my thoughts into it too much. We then see all the women meet up with Tommy to kind of discuss who they like, who they don't like. Now, Kimber brings up how her and Jimmy are done. Okay, done. Because Jimmy is not mature, you know what I'm saying? He used what he knew about her against her, whatever. And so she gives that whole spiel of what he did and how she don't like it. Alexis brings up, I can see what you mean. You know what I'm saying? He is like a clown. And he is. He really, really is. But I feel like it's hard because how he was before him and Kimber got into it, he was cool. He was cool, but sometimes you have to see how a person acts when they upset. Like with Chica. We see how Chica was when he was upset and we didn't like it, okay? Even with Kimber, we see how Kimber kind of got turned up a little bit when asked about something she didn't want to be asked. Okay, so again, I don't think Jimmy is, he's somebody's forever, but I don't think he's anybody forever in this show. Okay, but I also don't feel like no, he don't like no one else in the show. So I get it. But again, I'm like, she's giving her experience or whatever. And I'm like, if anyone else hasn't experienced him yet, like, I don't think it's fair for them to think how she thinks. But again, none of them is interested in him. And anyone is, none of them is interested in him anyway, is what I was trying to say. So, I mean, it is what it is. They then talk about Mario. We know Reva and Tiny. You know, she brings up, well, there's some spark between me and him. And when Reva say that, I'm looking like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know, but she admits, but he's torn between me and Tandy. Okay, he told me that or whatever, but we have been spending time together. Okay, and then Tandy, like, we know we have sparks. We be kissing. He's a great kisser. We've kissed a few times, whatever, and we have chemistry. And Reva said, well, I ain't did that now because she hasn't kissed him. But Reva then say, that's a challenge to me, meaning, okay, I see you. I raised you too, okay? I'm gonna be kissing them next. I say, girl, do what you do. You know, they bring up a Darren, who she was, that's my man. He's mad, leave him be. Carey, Kimber says he may be too mature, like he doesn't loosen up. I don't get why he don't loosen up, whatever. That's just weird. I'm saying he's just so serious. And like when you say he too serious, you say Jimmy too mature. What do you want to do? Is there something else you want or whatever? But also, Alexis bring up, Carey's really funny. You know, I like him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We have a good connection. And they're like, Alexis and Carey? Okay, so it was kind of surprised at that or whatever. You know, gray hair Brent. Alexis bring up how she went out with him and how he isn't aggressive enough. Meaning, he's so cool and laid back. He's not trying to rush anything, even though they are like a timed dating game show, whatever. I'm my girl. And this how he doesn't fall in love easily. And you have to keep guessing what he's thinking about you. He doesn't really show how he feels for anyone there. And I'm like, he really, really don't. They get on London. Divine says how, you know what I'm saying, I like him. We went on a solo date, okay, and you know what I'm saying, it's going somewhere. Alexa's like, oh, how sweet, because again, she likes London. She brings up how, you know, I don't want to hear about him connecting with anybody else except me. She also brings up how my days and nights starts and ends with London. Like, he calls me and texts me all through the day, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the nights, okay? It's all about me in London. And Divine says, well, he must have more time in his hands than anyone on the moon because, again, he talks to me the same amount of time. He must have double the time on Earth because, he playing y'all. I'm like, y'all up here, girl, is a weak women, girl. Clearly, he pulling, I'm doing y'all both the same way. I'm going to text both of y'all all day. And I'm like, you can't do that or whatever. It's just kind of crazy. And, you know, so for the most part, Divine in London, the other lady's like, I do see a connection between y'all. And when they said that, Alexis was looking like, because no one said they see the connection between Alexis and London. And I think because Alexis be with everybody. She with everybody. Okay. We then see who they have to send home. Now I wrote, I think it would either be Jimmy or Brent, in my opinion. And I said also, I feel like next week they're gonna send home Kimber. Those were my predictions. So we then see Reva meets with Brent. She asked him if he feels closed off, like he doesn't really mesh well with the ladies. He brings up, I would know it's just not easy for me to open up so quickly. She said, yeah, but you know, you kind of run out of time. You can't be sitting around here like you don't have all day, bro. You don't have all day. So he like, well, dang, I was in the top and I'm in the bottom. Like, I can't believe that. He like, what did I do? What didn't you do? Nothing. Everything. all together. Okay, so she tells him that the ladies do think that he is raised to love, but he needs to kind of speed things up because again, you are running out of time. You know what I'm saying? He said, I think I'll be thinking too much about it versus being active. So from now on, I'm gonna open up more. So he ain't going home. Okay, we then see they meet up with Carey. It was Ashima. And Ashima just bring up how, you know what I'm saying, they think he's real uptight. Okay, he's real mature and they need him to to loosen up. Wear some sneakers and a t-shirt and some shorts, okay? Stop coming around in suits. And I'm like, look, men of a certain age sometimes do dress like grown. My granddaddy wore suits every day. Every day. But my granddad died at 94. So, you know what I'm saying? Him coming over when he was in his 80s in a suit, that's how he dressed back in the day. Carey just dresses different, but they want to see him a little bit more loose or whatever. He said, okay, I can do that. I can do that or whatever. I'm ready to love. We then see Devon meet with Jimmy and sends his ass home. Period. Okay, I didn't want to drag that out or whatever. Jimmy went home. So Jimmy's done. Now, in his exit confession look or whatever, he says he felt like Kimber spoke negatively about him to the other ladies, which is why the ladies, none of them had anything good to say about him because it's like she kind of poisoned their mind on him. No, it was all you. It was her love. It was like her maybe 2% of the time, but the other, well, I won't say 2. I'll say 7%. With 7% what she said, and that 7% that made them not want to deal with him. But it was also that he didn't put forth no effort to make himself look any better. Usually, if one person is saying something negative about you, anyone else who have been in your presence can say things positive, and that one person's situation should not, taint their memory or their thought of you because you've already done the work to show them you're a great person. Okay, and so that's what Jimmy went home. Again, next week I feel like they're gonna say it's gonna either be Kimber or Reva because I feel like Mario gonna pick Tiny. I feel like London is gonna pick Divine, and I feel like either Carey or Brent is gonna pick Alexis, and I don't know what's gonna happen with Ashima and Darren. I feel like they just there for nothing. We don't see much about them or whatever. Anyway, that's it. Peace.